We have to hire you. All right.
Money every time.
The ale is good. Long live the king.
Long live the king!
Won't let that go to waste. Now,
Oh, now you'll drink it.
Now, there are those of you who may be thinking, as Mr. Cecily said, you only need grain and water. You may be thinking, Cecily, you hack! I said some of them may be thinking this. For, of course, yeast has to be in it as well.
However, much like love in Revel Grove, yeast is in the air. It is true. We do at some point put yeast in, but right now we are using natural methods of fermentation. So most of the yeast does come from what is around us. However, you can put other things in the ale. You are not limited to only water and grain. For example, in the spring, I may put in elderflower, and in the summer, elderberries, and then in the winter, to warm it, I might put in some nutmeg. But in the fall, I have my very special ingredient for my ale. Walnuts.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God, why?
I thought you were going to say pumpkin spice.
Never! Cecily is many things, but Cecily is not basic. So, as an alewife, we have a long history. Women have been brewing for thousands of years, for millennia. It was considered women's work. It was part of your daily household chores that you did, dating back to the ancient Egyptians. So, we have gotten pretty good at what we do. And so, we have certain tools of our trade as well that we do use. I, however, did not name all of mine after me.
Yeah, you could have.
Nay. So the very first tool of our trade is, of course, the alewife's hat.
Or the clack cap.
So I know what many of you thinking, that doesn't look like an alewife's hat, it looks like the hat of another word that begins with W. Do not say it!
Just drinking my brew.
But this is actually a very important tool for an alewife. Good sir, can I get you to stand up, please? What is your name, sir? Chris, would you turn around, Chris? This is Master Chris. So let us say that we're both in the marketplace trying to sell ale. See, that makes me visible in the marketplace. Thank you, round of applause for Master Chris. Because what happens is that men decide to start selling ale. So they go into the marketplace, and we as women are generally shorter, so we cannot be seen. So we started wearing the alewife's hat to be seen in the marketplace. Now, our second item that we need is, of course, our kettle.
Or cauldron.
Or kettle.
Like a clack cauldron.
I'm going to kill Brittany and Jason, and there's not going to be anything they can do about it this time. So,
But she's cute.
she is. What's kept her alive so far? These are the people who started him on this. So, the cauldron. You've got me doing it now! The kettle is very important, both for making of the ale, but also for taking it to the marketplace. Because I take it, I set it up on my tripod, and then if you do want to have ale, you come up, you bring me your mug, I scoop the ale into it, you give me your farthing, I give you your mug. Perhaps you bring another bottle so you can take some home. But that's very important for transport. Also, in the winter, I can warm it slightly. And when it gets a little chilly in Revel Grove, sometimes you want to warm your cockles from the inside out. You know what I mean. Looking at you back there. Now, the third tool of our trade comes from the fact you have to remember, what are the two ingredients we need? We need water and we need
Grain.
What likes to eat grain?
Grass.
What eats mice?
Cats.
I have several cats. Before anyone asks, one of them is black.
is very familiar.
You stop it! Nicodemus is a love... I am not helping myself here, am I? I also have a brown cat, a white cat, a tabby cat, but... So the cat is the third tool of the alewife trade. The fourth tool, of course, is the broom. Now, I don't use this broom to clean. This broom
Otherwise,
is...
it would be her clack cleaner.
I'm gonna clean your clack. What?
Be careful. You may need to use that to ride back home.
Look at this. I know where you live. So this is actually used to signal that there is a fresh batch of ale ready. If you are selling ale out of your home, you might hang it above your door. If you are selling ale at the tavern, you hang it above the tavern door. So right now when people see me hang the broom up, they know there's a fresh batch of my new ale, the walnut ale, and they know to come. Because remember, in 1536, all ale is small batch ale.
Unless it is in the dead of winter, ale will not
Nothing
stay.
lasts. Right? So, while many people may associate cauldrons and cats and brooms and hats with that other word that begins with W, do not say it. These are all just the tools of the ale wife.
So, Mr. Cecil,
Aye.
what you're saying is,
What?
You're not a witch, you're a wife!
Aye, that is what I am saying.